This program is brought to you by presented by ACA Brace Production and Marketing Incorporated in cooperation with PHILEXPORT, Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
MSME lending has always remained a sticky issue in the saga towards MSME development. And yet, programs and plans are always centered on MSME growth, both by the government and private sector. What game changers do we have now in this administration so that finally MSMEs can have a breakthrough? Good evening. We're back at Business and Beyond. MSME financing is one of the sticky points in the saga towards MSME development. Government and private sector have joined efforts, have talked in many venues to find solutions to this problem. Let us get updates today about these efforts from no less than the Executive Vice President and Acting Chief Operating Officer of the SB Corporation, a major government financing institution which I want to add should be the go-to place for MSME lending. Please welcome Mr. Melvin Abanto. Melvin, thank you for coming.
Hello, good evening, Ms. Lisa, and thank you for having me here.
Melvin, decades-old problem. Has anything changed? At ano pa yung pwede natin i-improve? Ano yung dapat solusyon sa problemang ito ng MSMEs?
First, let's take a look at what government attempted to do to address a long-recognized problem that the MSME sector in the Philippines is underfunded. Considering the fact more than 98% of all registered enterprises in the country are MSMEs, they receive not more than 10% of the total lending of the banking system. And this less than 10% is actually mandated. And unfortunately, despite the mandate that banks should lend 10% of their portfolio to MSMEs, it appears that as a proportion of the total lending of the bank, the share of the MSME sector is actually going down over the years. And the issue now is, are we going to continue the mandatory strategy allocation? Should the government intervene at all to address this problem? Because there are some who would say that, well, that's not a problem. That's the nature of MSMEs, that they really have to fight for funding, that they really are not configured to be able to borrow from bank at the stage of their business growth, and banks generally also are not a suitable source of credit for these kinds of enterprises, which are seen to be too risky for the more traditional lending modalities that banks implement. So what do we do? Given the fact that they play a very important role, that's why we have a law called the Magna Carta for small and medium enterprises. Part of the law says that, okay, mandatory lending, 10%. The other part of the law is it created the Small Business Corporation, which is now actually the only non-bank specialized lending agency caters specifically to MSMEs. What they do by way of lending to MSMEs is simply to reiterate or duplicate the products that any other bank would do, which means there is still an exclusion effect. The appetite of the banks typically would exclude borrowings of less than 2 million. The economic sizes of loans is not worth it for banks to lend at smaller because of the administrative cost against the returns expected, other than and aside from the risks. So going back to the question, should government intervene? Can government afford to do it? Of course, I'm from government.
Yeah, your government, I was about to say that. Your government, SB is ano yun, attached agency of the Department
Yes,
of Trade and Industry.
SB Corporation is a government agency is specializing in lending to small enterprises attached to the Department of Trade and Industry, which implements and manages an MSME development plan for the country. And part of the plan is making sure that affordable financing is available to the MSMEs in the country. So the answer to my question is the government has already decided that it will intervene.
All right.
The next question is the intervention that it's doing effective enough? For the intervention to matter, how much resources should we allocate?
Yung private banks are so averse
Yes.
to risk. So, sino pang tutulong sa mga SMEs?
Exactly.
But government. Okay, in the amendment, no, this Magna Carta that you mentioned is being amended. So doon you talked about capitalization for SB. Enough to help MSMEs more significantly.
Yes.
So doon, ano ba yung nakalagay na capitalization and what is your assessment? What can these new funds do?
The authorized capital by mandate of the law for SB Corporation is 10 billion pesos. Given that we have an authorized capital of 10 billion, the paid-in capital is only about 2 billion. So ironically, we had to borrow some funds from foreign sources just in order for us to fund inherently developmental purpose. So how can these two things match? Borrowed funds to fund a developmental purpose.
So somehow mapapass on din yun.
Mapapass on din yun, and we will be, there is pressure for us to be as conservative as the bank in risk-taking because we have to assure our lenders that we can pay the loans transacted with them. We manage the credit risk cost, but we really focus on small borrowers and small enterprises. Nakakatulong sa amin, it helps that there is Governance Commission for GOCCs na binabantayan yung scorecard namin na dapat ang pautangin namin are those that cannot easily access lending from. Unlike other entities, we have to balance our financial returns with social returns and make best use of government resources entrusted to us. And we have to deliver financial products in such a way na nagmamatch sa pangailangan ng customer.
Thank you, Melvin. Thank you very much for
Sige,
joining
Lisa.
us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Business and Beyond will be back.
So yung mga breakthroughs at mga next steps po natin dito sa 7Ms natin, we propose to the President to take a more proactive role, mas paigtingin pa, intensify natin yung ating mga programa on how we can, let's say, improve their products, their packaging to make the products more competitive, to address the 5-6 usurious loans to provide more microfinancing na napaka-baba ang interest. Para mas ma-empower natin ang ating mga micro-entrepreneurs. We'll have to do more of this training. It's really entrepreneurship education to guide everyone on how they can really add value that will really bring prosperity to the entrepreneurs.
In government, medyo napalawak natin yung mindsetting about supporting the micro, small, and medium enterprises. No? Especially the President is very, very supportive about the funding. So the question is about mindsetting. Now, the members of the committee and even Congress now is very active in supporting and promoting micro and small. For all we know, micro, small, and medium enterprises comprise 99.6% of the national businesses. No? And for the PHILEXPORT, they contribute like 60% from the micro and small and medium are exporters. So they are the contributors to the Philippines. 63% of the labor force comes from the micro and small. Kumbaga, ang micro and small enterprises are the economic drivers of the economy. Kumbaga, sila ang locomotive. Sila ang nagpaandar. Though, as I have said, medyo may support na from the government ang micro and small. Mayroon ng support. And the company is lobbying for a 6 billion fund for 2019. During ABIS or ASEAN Business Investment Summit, the President pronounced that he will increase capitalization to support micro, small, and medium enterprises. Based on study, ang informal lenders, the 5-6, mayroon silang 30 billion nag-circulate sa Pilipinas at every given time. So ang target ng committee with the support of DTI and small business corporations na every year maglagay ng 20% lang sana to counter the 5-6. So we need a 6 billion for 2019. Then another 6 billion until ma-neutralize natin ang 5-6. Hindi na mag-create ng bagong council but to strengthen the MISMIC council. That's the plan now. To really support the micro, small, and medium enterprise.
How cool is online payment? You avoid traffic, queuing, it's saving you a lot of time. Here is a service provider who provides online payment and more. To discuss with us these services and its benefits, please welcome the CEO of Dragon Pay Corporation, Mr. Dick Chang. Good evening, sir. Thank you. And
good
welcome to Business and Beyond.
Thank you for having us, Lisa.
All right. Please quickly, give us a background of the company.
Okay, so Dragon Pay is an 8-year-old company, and we, as you mentioned, we process online payments. We focus on the alternative payment market, which is basically the people who want to buy things online, they want to pay online, but they don't have credit cards or they may not have bank accounts. So they need other forms of payment, whether it be an over-the-counter cash payment, an ATM payment, or even a mobile payment. So we open all of these facilities to the buying market of the merchants so that they can accept payments through all means, whichever is most convenient for the buyer.
My personal fear of using online payment is fraud and security. How are you addressing those issues?
Well, actually, that is our strong selling point. The fact that most people are very uncomfortable in just giving their credit cards online because it may get easily stolen, or somebody may be monitoring the transmission lines and be able to get their card numbers. The advantage of going through alternative payments such as cash payments or over-the-counter payments is it's basically as safe as giving your money to a cashier or a teller. There's nothing for people to steal, no special passwords needed. So most of our payments are actually done through cash payments through our partners. We also do online, but maybe about 75% of our volume is still cash. There's a growing market of people paying through online banking nowadays. Online banking is still a lot more safer than paying through credit cards. So the facility for doing online fund transfers or online bills payment is a lot safer.
So up to now, you're saying there are more cash payers
Yes.
than still credit card.
Yes, the credit card penetration in the Philippines is estimated to be around 5%. Maybe if you throw in debit cards, maybe it will be about 7%. But still, the 95% or so of the population does not have means of paying through credit cards. So they will always look for alternative forms of payment.
So that's a really big market
It
for
is.
you. So what's in store? What other things are coming up from Dragon Pay?
Well, one segment of the market that we've had a hard time cracking, which is still the most dominant form of payment, is actually cash and delivery. Since this market is dominated more by the couriers because they're the one physically delivering, and we're not a courier company. So we partner with two of the leading courier companies servicing the e-commerce industry, and we're working with them to bring cash and delivery to our merchants and as well to our buying public.
So convenient. Please, Dick, invite them to use your services.
So for everyone out there, if you're having second thoughts of going online for fear of privacy, security, there is an option for you. Look at Dragon Pay. We process payments through online banking, over-the-counter cash payments, ATM payments, mobile payments, and all sorts of convenient as well as safe alternatives for making online payments. And if you have a business and you want to accept payments from your customers, you can look into DragonPay. And we provide a one-stop shop solution for you. And even if you're a regular personal seller and you're selling your stuffs over Facebook or Instagram, you may want to check out our Sure Tayo service, which is a person-to-person payment service. So with Sure Tayo, we basically assure the buyer that even though he does not know the seller, that we will hold on to the money until the goods are delivered, and then we release the money. So even if you're buying from someone you don't know, even just through Instagram, as long as the person is carrying Sure Tayo or DragonPay, you can be assured that your money is in a safe place until you get your product.
I like that. Thank you, Dick.
Thank you, Lisa.
Business and Beyond will be back.
Ito na yung sagot sa mga kini-claimor nila.
Kasi kung hindi kami nakabil ng ganito, siguro doon na naman kami sa malalaking interest.
Sa 5-6.
Sa nangungutang ng yung Bombay.
Sa lending. Bombay.
Yung mga stallholder nalululong sa 5-6.
Maaga pa lang naniningil na yung Bombay. Kahit wala ka pang benta, kailangan mong magbayad.
Kasi dati umutang ko doon sa Bombay. Ngayon, nung nalaman ko na mayroon itong programa na bago, lumipat ako.
Para hindi kami gaano na nalulunod sa mga ibang utang dito, lalo na yung mga 20%.
Yung P3 naman, malaki naman yung pasalamat ng mga stallholders natin dito dahil sa mababa na interest, nadadagdagan yung puhunan nila, napalago nila yung negosyo nila.
Pangalawa ko na eh.
Pangalawa na po.
80. Puhunan ko sa itlog, dagdag sa puhunan.
Pang dalawang buwan na namon, relon. Oo, magpapangatlo na nga ni. 70,000 puhunan sa baboy.
First loan 30. Bali 60 lang binigay sa akin ngayon.
Nakakabili na ako ng bolto-bolto, bihon, yung sutanghon, ganun. Tapos yung mga gulay na marami.
Yung target market ng P3 program, since dalawa ang kanyang mode of delivery, yung number 1 is direct lending.
Yung pinapa-avail natin, yung naka-establish talaga ng record, yung seryosong magbayad sa kanilang mga responsibilidad sa gobyerno, like sa renta, sa business permit, yun ang nakaka-avail ngayon. Dahil dito nga, kailangan kumukuha sila ng clearance galing dito sa opisina, yung iba na hindi, na medyo delinquent sa kanilang mga responsibilidad sa gobyerno, nagbabayad na sila ngayon.
Sa umpisa sa radyo muna, tapos yung may opisina na sila doon sa palengke, doon nagpunta na ako. Tapos BTI, saka business permit, yun lang naman.
May mga requirements naman talaga. Hindi naman pwede nawala kasi yun, pera.
Yung number 2 is yung through ng conduits natin o mga partners.
Nag-start kami ng P3 noong mga first week ng June. Sa ngayon, almost milyon na yung na-disburse namin sa loan ng P3. Yung mga malalaki, may mga negosyo, yung may mga pwesto na, yun isa din yun sa mga siniserve namin sa P3.
Unang lapit, meron agad, bigay agad sila eh. Hindi mabigat. Halimbawa, araw-araw, 140, yun lang.
Mas okay to kasi kahit arawan, medyo konti yung interest. Paano? May savings, pwede po ako makapag-save. Pero po talaga kami, Fatima po kami, may anak din po akong kasal.
So may alternative na sila na loan na pwede nilang pagkuhaan ng puhunan. Dapat lang, in return sa ating maging recipients, dapat maging mabuti ang kanilang pagdala ng program at saka bigyan nila ng atensyon yung pagbayad kasi para naman mas marami pa ang makabenepisyo ng programa.
Kasi hindi naman pwedeng manghihiram ka tapos pagka oras na ng bayaran sasabihin, ay wala, ganito, ganyan. Yun ang nakakaano kasi wala na magtitiwala sa'yo. Hindi siguro nila inisip na by the time na kailangan mo, may lalapitan ka rin.
pinakamababa ang tubo. Halos nga lang hindi mo na masasabi na may tubo. Magaan sa loob, magaan sa bulsa.
May naitatabi ka na rin. Hindi kagaya nung namumuhunan kami ng Bombay, siyempre, araw-araw ka magulong. Ito, araw-araw man din. Kaya lang, may exist ka.
Hindi kagaya nung dati na wala. Pag mahal, hindi ka makakapag-isda.
Advantage yung may P3 kasi nakakatulong talaga. Yung pan-revolving fund ba nga, in case of emergency, mayroon ka talaga mabubunot.
Pinapriority ko talaga sa P3 dahil maliit lang ang interest. Okay na, may naiipon na ako.
Oo, patuloy. At sana, sunod, medyo malaki na.
Welcome to Inflatable Island. I'm Izel Cruz and I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing. We are located inside Samba Beach Resort in Subic. Inflatable Island was launched last April 1, 2017. And since then, we've been the venue for families, barcadas, and corporates. Right now, we are the biggest floating playground in Asia with 4,100 square meters of floating inflatables. For corporates, we offer not only online team building, we also offer on-inflatable team building as well, which makes the experience more unique and really adventurous. The three most favorite attractions in Inflatable Island are the Tarzan Swing, Human Launcher, and the rock climbing. Inflatable Island is really strict in following the LGU ruling regarding the number of lifeguards versus the number of guests. So that is 1 lifeguard for every 50 guests. Currently, we do not have any noted casualties since the date that we've opened, and that makes us very safe and venue-friendly for all kinds of markets. Our life vests are very safe because it was really designed for the use of Inflatable Island, as well as the materials of our Inflatable Island has also undergone research and development specifically for us. As always, our primary concern is the safety of our guests. That is why we have our own clinic with our own registered nurse. And if there are guests who are senior citizens, they need to be checked first by our registered nurse before proceeding to the vest area to get their own vests. Early this year during the summer, we launched this what we call the Battle Round, where we changed the colors to purple and pink, which has gone viral globally. And of course, Unicorn Island was also launched last March, which has garnered 16 million plus views in different blog sites and garnered a lot of attention in more than 50 plus media entities globally. Another thing that Inflatable Island boasts about is our F&B. Inflatable Island is being run and managed by mostly hoteliers, so we guarantee our guests that we only serve really good food, and we also do catering for big events up to 2,000 packs. Since we started last year, a lot of competition have mushroomed all over the country. So what makes up Gear and be on top of the game is just really innovation. This year, what innovates Inflatable Island is the launching of the Unicorn Island. This is our own unique design, which you cannot see anywhere else. Come October, we'll be launching another concept in Lapu-Lapu, Mactan, Cebu, which also has inflatable but different concept, and we hope it will also garner a lot of hearts of not only the millennials but every Filipinos as well. Please visit our website, and you can see on the screen our email addresses, which is play@inflatableisland.com and events@inflatableisland.com. So to those who are planning to go to Subic, please try and visit Inflatable Island. This is something that you really need to see and experience.
On this note, we close this week's episode. Join us again next week for a discussion, this time of exports and market access. Remember, connections matter here at Business and Beyond.